Well, previously I have made a video on how you can easily generate a great looking presentation document directly in Gemini AI. And overall, I do really like this new feature. But actually, the same feature, or at least the capability to generate a presentation document using AI, is also available directly in Google Slides, although it is a bit different, and there are a few things and prompting techniques that you need to know to create a proper presentation document. So let me show you on how you can generate a presentation document using AI via Google Slides. So let's open slides.google.com. This is the URL. And you can start a new blank document. So, okay, you will see something like this. Now you can click slides, but you can also just close it or click blank slide. And the way you can access the feature is by clicking this banana icon. And I think that's kind of giving you a clue about how this feature actually works. So unlike in Gemini, where you can create a document that is basically editable, you can select the text, you can actually export that into a PowerPoint format and then modify the content directly in the platform. In Google Slides, it is actually utilizing an AI image model, and presumably it is using Gemini Nano Banana Pro. So it is creating a picture that is later can be inserted into a new slide in your document, and that could be treated as a slide, even though, again, it's difficult to modify anything on the content because after all, it is basically a picture. But regardless, let's continue. Here, the prompting is very, very important. So I'm going to create a presentation document about how a black hole is formed. So I'm going to tell AI to create a presentation, or maybe create slides explaining how a black hole is formed or created. And you can specify what is the style that you want to have. In this case, I just want to make sure that the background color is black. There you go. Now, the prompting is again very important. So in Gemini, you can use some fake instruction that you want to create a presentation slide. But in Google Slides, you have to specify the number of the slides. So here I want to have, let's say, 5 slides, which means it will generate 5 pictures. If you don't include the information about the number of the slides, it might only create 1 slide. So you have to create another one and then wait again. So it's better to specify the number exactly here so you don't have to repeat the process over and over again, and this will hopefully save you some time. Now after that, when you're done with the prompting, just send a message and wait. Remember, it is using a Gemini Nano Banana Pro model, which I believe will take a lot longer than the previous model, and not to mention we are trying to create multiple pictures. So this could take maybe up to 2-3 minutes, so I'll just keep a word and show you the final results. Okay, so the slides or images have been generated, and it is actually quite interesting because it is starting from the beginning. Like this is the first slide, or the introduction of the topic, and then it talks about the topic, and then eventually the final slide or the final point. So that's basically how it generated the slides. Now, how do you insert them? Well, you can click on the slide, and then you can click this or click this. It's up to you, but I'll just insert that into the first slide. There you go. So again, this is a picture. This is not a slide like the same way like it was in Gemini AI. So basically, to make sure that this is being treated like a proper slide, you can right click and then you can set it as a background. So set image as a background. There you go. So I guess I don't have to use this. There you go. Now you can repeat the process. You can add a new slide and then you can insert second one. So yeah, it is not exactly a convenient process in my opinion. So it's kind of cumbersome a bit, but it is definitely a lot faster than manually having to create a new slide and then design it manually and then input some visuals, some animation. So this will still save some time, especially for people who want to create a presentation document very, very quickly. Now, I believe some of you have noticed that here we have the option to generate an image, and that's actually one thing that you can do in Google Slides, and I believe it is actually going to be powered by Gemini Nano Banana Pro. So right now when I'm recording this video, it is not using Nano Banana Pro, and the way I know is when I use this feature, it is actually creating a 1000 pixel picture or 1K picture, which means it is the regular Nano Banana, not the Pro version. But I heard it will be available maybe in the coming days or weeks, so perhaps when you're watching this video, you can eventually create a picture, a proper picture in Google Slides using Nano Banana Pro. So right now, I think that model is only reserved for slide and infographic, because these two types of content do really need perfect or nearly perfect text rendering, while the image or the regular image is not actually putting the text rendering as their priority. That's why the regular Nano Banana is just good enough. So yeah, that's basically how you can generate a presentation directly in Google Slides. Yeah, it's not as smooth as Gemini, but at least it is directly available in the platform. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. I wish you a great day ahead.